Jesus. Now, I'm going to explain to you how you know the Bible is the truth and God of the Bible is the truth, because the parable I'm about to read is the most logical parable you will ever understand in any book, anywhere, that explains who God is. Now, I always use this one because it's my favorite parable and it explains it straight away. I'm going to find it. Yeah, here it is. It'll be in this one. Da-da-da-da. I'll find it. It's in here. I know it's here somewhere. Where are you? It's because I know it's in where. Oh, just give me a second. I gotta find this parable. I want to read it because you go, oh, we've not, and I'm just gonna read it. Get out of it. I'm sweating. I'm gonna find it because it's the parable I use. Give me a sec. I'll find it. This is the parable. All right, Matthew 6:26. Now, there is no other book that has this written, that has been said by a human being to other human beings, and they writ this down. This is God's logic. Matthew 6:26. Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. No other book has ever said that. Only the Bible has that. That's how you know the Bible is the truth, how you know it's from God. There's no other logic or book that has that written. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Behold, the fowls of the air, for they not sow not, neither do they reap, nor they gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they? How many times do you want to read that? I don't care what religion or whatever you follow. There is no other book that has that in it. That proves the Bible is the truth, that it's from God, that it's God's words. No other book says the birds of the air don't do anything. They just be birds and God feeds them. No other book has it. Just basically says logically exactly what birds are. Describes birds, but you don't feed them. It's in that book. Tells you exactly who feeds them. Logic. This is God's book. I could keep going on how much more logic's in there, but that is one of the most precise, logical things that you could say about God. The birds. That describes exactly that there is a God. They fly around, they have feathers, they make their own nests, they fly around, eat their own food. You have no interaction with birds. God. No magic, no, it's God. And where you learn that from? Yeah, from the Bible. There's so much things in there you'll learn about God in the Bible to know that it's God's book. And the only way to the Father is through the Son. So it's up to you whether you want to follow God or not. There's no other book that is like the Bible. I just proved it with the birds. Go get another book that's like that, that has that parable in it that says God feeds the birds of the air. They don't do anything, but he feeds them. And he does. I watched a bird do it today. A bird was sitting on my fence waiting, and God provided him with food. Bang! Got the food. God. Bible. It's the truth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you don't want to accept it, but try and find a book that describes God like that. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. No other book has it. This is God's book. This is God's people, who God is. Spread it if you ever hear this so people can understand who God is. Because that's the one parable that no book has that describes God logically and perfectly. The birds. And then you just go to, how do you know God? Well, God was the Word. He sent his word become flesh and dwelt amongst us. So God became flesh. So who was the flesh known as the Word? Jesus. He was God. And then what did Jesus say to John and Mary? John, this is your mother. Mother, this is your son. So basically what God was saying is, I'm the father. Mary is the mother because she gave birth to the son. And we are the children. And if you don't want to accept it, it's not, this comes from the book that's written from God and his witnesses. God's witnesses wrote these books so we could know who God was and know perfectly who he was, what he commanded, what his laws were, what he thought decency was, what humane acts were, because it's all in the Bible about being very, very humane, loving, forgiving, and it's all in the Bible. There's no other book that has it. The Bible is the book that has it. I don't know why people all want to palm it off and go into their la lands and that, when the Bible is the perfect written book for how humans are meant to live and be loving and caring and all that. And to have hope, to have hope, dreams, help each other, love each other, all comes from the Bible. There's no other book that has it. It was the first book that had it. Everyone else just copied it and tried to mingle it into their own fairy Walt Disney, Hollywood garbage tribe. It is, because the oldest history book with the most witnesses, most copies, everything is the Bible. It's from God. God would not lose to the devil, no day, anytime, anywhere. God wins. His foot is over the top of the devil. He crushes him under his foot and uses it as a footstool. I think it's the earth. But look, the way I see it, God wins. Why would he make it? His book is the most known book in history. And he always wins. But I have to go to the bit where it's on. I'll find it. Hang on. I guess Psalms 10. All right. Psalms. All right. Psalms 1. 1:0. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. This is how you know that Jesus is God. Listen to this. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. So who's the right hand? Jesus. And thy enemies under thy footstool. So devil under the footstool. Bang. That's for enemies. The devil. So I was right. So, yeah. See how logical God is, man? Like, yeah, Jesus is God. So it's up to you if you want to follow him or not. It's not my problem. Make any excuse you want. There's no other book that is as logical as the Bible. There's no other book. I've never read another book that's as logical as the Bible with how you should be as a human. So praise Jesus. Have a good day.